three big stories that were told in the 20th century were fascism, communism, and liberalism. Now, fascism and communism, or Marxism more general, what's common to them is that they think about history in terms of conflict. Fascism argues that history is a conflict between nations, or between races, and this is the engine of history, and this is inevitable. There is no way to stop it, and it will only stop eventually if one nation conquers the whole world. And Marxism has a very similar way of thinking, that history is an inevitable clash, a conflict, only not between nations. This is just a smokescreen. The real conflict is between classes or between oppressors and oppressed. Like the whole of history is just oppressors and oppressed. But the conflict is inevitable. But the third way of thinking, the liberal story about the world, says the world is not a conflict. Essentially, the story can be about cooperation. That humans are not, of course they are divided into nations and classes, but they also have common experiences, that people of all nations and people of all classes have certain common experiences, because of which they have certain common interests and values, or at least they could have. If they open their eyes, they would realize that they have some common interests and values, and this could be a basis for a history of cooperation and not a history of conflict.